Hello friends, I hope you all are doing great. I do hope you enjoyed the previous videos. If you are new to the channel, I hope you would thoroughly enjoy the content. I welcome you all to the channel. Let's get right into it. Do you wish to become a DevOps engineer? If you do, then you are in the right place. If you are a working IT professional, I'm sure you would have noticed the rise in demand for DevOps roles across the industry, and this trend is here to stay. It hardly matters what your current role in technology is. Your company needs people with expertise in DevOps. So there is an immense opportunity for you to grab the limelight and become a much required asset for your company. DevOps is not just for software companies. Instead, every company is a DevOps company. And the biggest driver behind that is the advent of cloud and agile. So it is not at all surprising if you are wishing you could lift yourself from your current role to a DevOps engineer role. So it is the right time to get you fully charged up towards a better career and get you equipped with all you would need to become a successful DevOps engineer. We will try to do a deep dive into what all you need to keep in mind before you plan your transition into a DevOps engineer role. Or if you are fresh out of college, how should you prepare to be a perfect fit for a DevOps role? We will first try to understand what exactly is DevOps. So DevOps is a culture shift, and that is why companies have to go through a stage of transformation while implementing DevOps in their organization. It is a big shift in the mindset to accept that everyone in the team is responsible for the success of the product or services being offered to their customers. With the introduction of DevOps, traditional boundaries between different teams are supposed to be dissolved. That's where communication and collaboration plays a significant role. So it is clear that DevOps is not limited to one person or role. Whole organization needs to adopt DevOps. It is a way of working to provide the best products and services to the customers in a fast and efficient way. And that's where agile delivery methodologies play a crucial role. Using these methodologies, different teams come together to deliver a minimum viable product or service, which is a small part of the actual product or service. This ensures value is delivered to the customer in the shortest amount of time. So now we have a clear idea of what DevOps is. But who could actually move in to a DevOps role? To be true, anyone with experience in IT or even a fresher out of college with right skills can be a good fit. But certain roles in IT can have an easy transition to DevOps. If you are a software developer and have good exposure to core development, or if you are a systems engineer or systems admin with a specialty in systems administration, you can plan for a fast transition to a DevOps role. What if you are a network specialist working as a NetOps admin, or a data champion working as a database admin? You can definitely leverage your specialization to your advantage and move into DevOps. But what if you're fresh out of college? In that case, it might not be that straightforward unless you get a direct placement as DevOps engineer in a company. You need to learn a few more things before you are truly ready to be a fantastic DevOps engineer for your future company. We will shortly get into what skills you should focus on and how to plan it. Before we do that, let's try to understand the different types of roles you could aim for in DevOps. First, we have DevOps with development focus. This is ideal for software developers wherein they can transition with primary focus on software development while adding exposure to operations over time. Next, we have DevOps with operations focus. This is ideal for the rest of the roles we discussed earlier. Systems engineer and systems admin can easily leverage this role. And so can NetOps and database admins, who can use their existing networking and database skills and keep on adding exposure to the software development over time. And finally, we have site reliability engineer. This is a role for software engineers who have exposure to both development and operations. They bring in their engineering mindset to solve the complex problems of software development, as well as contribute to the overall application stability. We will now focus on how to make you a successful DevOps engineer, and we will identify what key skills you need to master to help you along the way. First on the line is a no-brainer, and that is operating system. You need to be well versed with both Windows and Linux operating systems, with a special focus on Linux. And that is because most of the workloads in cloud run on top of Linux operating system. Linux expertise is also in very high demand. So if you are a fresher out of college or a seasoned professional, you should look into getting certified in Linux, or at least develop the fundamental understanding on how to manage day-to-day operations on Linux platform. In today's day and age, every application is getting containerized. So building your skills on top of containers, in particular Docker containers, is very key to your success. Equally important is container orchestration, where Kubernetes is the market leader. So building your skills in Docker and Kubernetes will ensure you are the first choice for any DevOps role. Programming languages are core to your day-to-day operations as a DevOps engineer, and you should master one or two of these languages to be the right match for this role. Prominent languages that you should keep in mind are Python, Bash, or PowerShell. And if you have a development background, Java, C++, or C# will be good as well. For sure, this is not an exhaustive list, but this is good enough to put you on the hiring list for a DevOps engineer role. We can clearly see that every company wants to move their applications to the cloud. So it wouldn't be wrong to say that cloud is the most important skill, without which making a career in DevOps is very difficult, if not impossible. You should master cloud to the best of your capacity and keep yourself ready for your next role. In the current scenario, cloud skills are in very high demand. Cloud is so powerful that if you have cloud expertise, it can single-handedly lift your career from your current role to a DevOps role. So if you are fresh out of college, this should be on your top priority list, as it could prove to be your gateway to DevOps. The story is not much different if you are an experienced professional. There are so many cloud providers in the market, but the ones you should focus on are AWS from Amazon and Azure from Microsoft. If you can develop your skills in any one of these, you are in good shape. If you want, you can also focus on Google Cloud. But one thing you should understand is that having expertise in any one cloud will prepare you for the rest, as the fundamentals of cloud are same everywhere. Only the terminologies and implementation methodologies are different. So you should focus on any one cloud to begin with. Deployment of infrastructure in a cloud environment is done via code. So it is obvious that you need to build your proficiency with popular deployment languages. For AWS, you should focus on CloudFormation templates. For Azure, ARM templates are used for deployment. And recently, Azure Bicep has been introduced as well. Terraform is very popular as well. The best part is, it is cloud agnostic, meaning you can use Terraform to deploy to Azure, to AWS, or to Google Cloud without making too many configuration changes. So it gives you the freedom to manage all your cloud environments using one deployment language. Having command on any one or two of these languages will ensure that you are one of the top candidates for any DevOps role. But when you are starting your journey, you can try using certain key tools to have your fundamentals in place. There are so many DevOps tools being used in the industry, but you don't need to master all of them right away. You will become familiar with them over time. First of all, using a good code editor can take you a long way. Visual Studio Code can help you with that. You should also develop a basic understanding of any CI/CD tool like Azure DevOps, Jenkins, or GitLab. Along with that, if you're really getting interested, you should try understanding how configuration management is done. You can look into any one of the top tools like Chef, Puppet, or Ansible. Even though you might be feeling that you are being bombarded with so many tools and softwares, but that is how DevOps works. Once you move into a DevOps role, you will start hearing about different tools, and the list never ends. You should develop a mindset to take this as a new normal, and at the same time, you should not try to become master of all these tools. Depending on your job requirement, you should invest time in learning and understanding the right tool for you. So all these tools and languages are meant for one thing, and that is getting everything automated as much as possible. So you should look for opportunities in your current role or outside and try to identify places where automation could make life easy for everyone. Developing an automation mindset is key to your success, as there is no alternative to automation in this day and age, where we have so much data and so many applications being deployed on a daily basis. After you have developed a fair idea of what DevOps is and how it works, it's time for you to get certified. There are so many certifications, but I'm suggesting a few key ones that could give you the right kickstart in your career. If you are interested in Azure, you should definitely go for AZ-104, Microsoft Azure Administrator. It will be the perfect start to your journey. After that, you can go for AZ-400, Designing and Implementing Microsoft DevOps Solutions, which will officially certify you as an Azure DevOps engineer. For AWS, AWS DevOps Engineer Professional Certificate will be the right first step in your AWS DevOps journey. So we have covered a lot of technology and certifications, but that's not all that you need. Making a career transition or starting a fresh career in DevOps is not just hard technical skills, but you also need to have the right attitude to take the necessary risk and get out of your comfort zone. Be proactive in participating in projects and assignments beyond your current work profile. Getting exposure from different teams will not only help you in refining and enhancing your skills, but you will improve your communication and collaboration skills, which is a key requirement for DevOps role. That's not all that you need to do. You need to develop your own personal brand. Ensure you have a compelling LinkedIn profile and use social media to your advantage. Finally, get ready to start the most important and most challenging task, and that is your job search. Your personal branding will play a crucial role here. Use LinkedIn, Naukri, and other job platforms to the maximum advantage and get your dream job that you have been waiting for. This all should be a good starting point for you. I'm sure if you start in a stepwise manner and build your skills over time, along with your personal brand, nothing could stand in your way and you will get exactly what you want. So I hope this video has given you better insights into how to plan your career in DevOps. As always, keep an open mind, keep exploring more and more, and take your career to new heights. If you found this video helpful, I would request you to hit the like button and subscribe the channel. And also hit all on the notifications bell so that you get notified for all the new content being released. Please do share your comments or any suggestions or queries that you may have. See you in the next video. Bye for now.